Okay, welcome to my playthrough of Star Control 2. If you've never heard of it, it is a real classic game. The reason I decided to play it again, it's been probably 10 years since last time I did play it, is Stardock are going to do a new version of Star Control. Um, Star Control 1 and 2 were quite famous for their melee combat, which was just, ships running around shooting each other. A lot of fun, different, very rock, paper, scissorsy with the different types of ships. But I actually like the role-playing part of the game too, which is Star Control 1 really didn't have much, but Star Control 2 was wonderful for that. It had a very enjoyable game. Now, as I say, it's been a good 10 years since I played this, so if you're watching, don't be expecting this to be a playthrough of how to do it really well. This is, most of it I'll be winging. Anyway, good thing about this is if you see down the bottom, I don't know mouse to point out, but in the bottom right hand corner we see we're playing a high definition version of it. So just a few years ago, some wonderful people updated all the graphics and made the game much nicer looking on a large screen. All sorts of extra options we can change. We can only go up to 1280 by 960 resolution. I normally play by 2560 by 1600, but hey, that's a lot better than the old 640 by 480 or whatever it was that we used to play in. It was probably 320 by 240 to be honest. Anyway, let's get into the game. As I say, it's going to be a little bit slow because I really don't remember much about it. I remember a couple of the races and how entertaining it was, but yeah, I also remember I actually didn't complete it because I got right to the end and discovered there was a time limit on the game, which is a heck of a lesson to learn after many hours invested. But yeah, I'll try and remember that this game and hopefully we'll actually complete it. Another thing to be aware of with this version, when I tried to run it, it kept crashing. So if you have that problem, the solution is to run it in administrator mode. I'm running on Windows 10, working fine so far. Let's see what happens. Ur-Quan Masters. They were the nemesis in the game, which was just called Star Control 2 originally. Can we? Let's go forward. Nope. What is your name? Stripey, not Zelnick. Stripey. I hope I'm talking clearly enough. I know I do talk very quickly, and I blame my lungs for the fact I don't talk clearly. But what can you do? You can vindicate the name of the ship. We'll call it that. Stripey Data. Because why not? Oh, it's much prettier than it used to be. There should be an introduction screen. Why have we not got the introduction? Here's a little intro telling you all about it. Why didn't we get that? Might see if I can restart. Oh, it's a great start, isn't it? Why did we not get the new game thing? I loaded up a game briefly before to make sure it all worked, and it came up with an intro at the start. Maybe I pushed a button and we skipped it, so I'll just sit here and not tap keys. Just gives you an intro telling you where you're, what's happened in the universe or the galaxy, how you got your ship, what's happened to Earth, and what your task is. Surely it'll come up here. Aha, so I must have skipped through it by mistake. Sorry about that. There were many great battles. Earth and her partners in the Alliance of Free Stars against the evil Ur-Quan and its hierarchy of battle thralls. And the Ur-Quan were winning. Dun, dun, dun. Meanwhile, on the edge of the known frontier, an amazing discovery was made. Far beneath the surface of an unexplored alien world. A huge underground city, filled with the technological wonders of an advanced alien race, the Precursors. who vanished 1,000 centuries ago. But then the main Ur-Quan fleet broke through the Alliance's defensive line. Okay. Isolating the planet, stranding the scientists 100 light years away from Earth. They waited hopefully for a rescue vessel, which never came. "20 years have passed. We're on the surface, so that's got to be a good sign. We, the survivors of the research mission, have colonized this world. We continued our investigation of the underground city, which is why we're on the surface, and we have discovered its purpose, as opposed to its porpoise. It is a factory. A factory for building starships. But there aren't enough materials to make a complete vessel. We can finish only the skeleton of one starship, which is coincidentally all we need to get started. But that must be enough. Dun, dun. Because you must captain the vessel, the Stripinator, and return to Earth. To travel a great distance, you must push through into hyperspace. Find out what has happened over these many years. Tell Earth of our plight. And if the war with the Ur-Quan still rages, fight for Earth and the Alliance as well as you can. Oh, right, got to do this again. Okie dokie. Stripey with the Stripinator. Right, this isn't a mouse-driven game. You use the keyboard pretty much exclusively, as I recall. The joys of the old DOS games. Boom. So just use the arrow keys. Now we're in Sol, Earth system. Now, one thing I do remember from my previous playthrough many years ago is one of these planets actually has a ship on it. It's pretty much the only thing I remember, so the rest of it's going to be like a new playthrough. I don't remember which one it was. Try this one. Yeah. There's an alien ship on it, so we'll just get to that. We've got to explore them anyway, so it's not really out of... Right, scan. Auto scan. Minerals, none. No energy. No life signs. Well, guess we're not landing there. Navigate. Right. We'll head off to the other planet. So I just use the forward arrow to go faster. You can't turn around apart from turning your ship around like that with the arrow keys and then just pushing forward again to slow yourself down. It's got to make sense. No. Oops. Now, the ship's very unwieldy at the start, but we'll upgrade the ship as the game goes on. Pluto. Oh, well, I guess we're not going to a planet then. Of course, this was a planet back in those days. Scan. Oh, scan. Oh, big blonky mineral there. Oh, energy, wasn't it? Right, this has got to be the one. Right, so we've got a big chunk of minerals and a life sign in the bottom left. So I don't screw this up too much. So Pluto's pretty safe to land on. You look at the weather and the tectonics on the left, and it tells you how dangerous the planet will be to explore. This one's a nice safe one, so we'll land our little ship right on top of the minerals. Yep. up the little purple minerals. This is much prettier than I remember it, which is nice. Oh, alright, got to hold the key down to move forward. Doop. And let's go and check out. Now these are the spathy. Quite a cool erase. Mayday from surface. We have come under fire from an alien vessel. We found hiding on the surface of Pluto. Captain, they killed Kowalski, Fritz, Chin, O'Connell, Luigi, and all 3 of the Lieberman triplets. We have returned fire, but our stunner can't penetrate the ship's hull armour. We are initiating emergency launch procedures. End of transmission. Right. Yep, cool. Let's turn that up.
This is Buffy, Captain Forico. I know you are going to question me, so let's just get this over with right now. The coordinates of my homeworld
We need to write that down, I think. 241.636.8.7. Breathy. Huffy, Muffy, Guffy. Huffy, Muffy,
I was so startled when it approached my vessel in a threatening manner that my automated defense system fired on it when it got too close. I hope nobody got hurt.
Right, well, I'm pretty sure we need those coordinates for later in the game when we go to the Spathy homeworld. So I've written that down, and I guess the password. Oh, sorry, I'll turn the sound down again so you can hear me. Right, pretty sure we can recruit him if we don't stuff it up. So we don't want to attack him. Or try to be his friend.
Because your statement is often just a more polite way of saying, attention alien records, identify yourself or be destroyed. In any event, I am Buffy Captain Forico, a devoted star runner, based here in this planetary system as part of the powerful the Star Force, which our master, the Ur-Quan, established here to make sure the Earthlings don't do anything tricky.
Alrighty, we've already told us that, but we'll try again.
Many years ago, this region of space was dominated by a loose confederation known as the Alliance of Three Stars, which was composed of the aliens native to these parts who did not want to be enslaved. They made a valiant effort against the superior Ur-Quan forces. It even looked like they might miraculously defeat the combined Ur-Quan armada, right up to the point at which the Ur-Quan totally defeated, indeed annihilated them.
Alrighty, but what is he doing here?
When the Ur-Quan armada entered the system to subjugate formerly the Earthlings, the Ur-Quan presented the humans with the standard slave actions. Join the hierarchy as combat roles and retain some autonomy, including the right to travel through space, or become a fellow species and return to free atomic savagery on the surface of their homeworld, encased for all time beneath an impenetrable force shield. The humans chose the latter option, and so were strictly imprisoned on the surface of Earth. But the Ur-Quan didn't trust them to obey the restrictions, so they chose a small group of happy combat starships from the Inlet and Titan fleets to create the so-called Earth Guard and station them at a base on Earth's moon.
Alright, he's still not saying why he's hiding on Pluto, is he? So, let's try again.
Originally, we were stationed on Earth's moon, which made us study a bit uneasy because with each passing day we grew more and more worried about the sneaky Earthlings making a surprise attack.
From behind the shield.
Telling us that it was impossible since the Earthlings had no ships or weapons whatsoever. That made us feel a bit safer, but when the illness left, again we grew careful and decided to make a strategic redeployment to Mars. Later on we decided it would be prudent to relocate to Jupiter's moon, Ganymede, then later Saturn's moon, Titan, and finally here to Pluto. The that contingent were supposed to be the toughest ridge crest, the most rigid flipper, yes, the backbone of the Earth-Guard force. But they departed the system en masse not long after the last Earth-Guard dreadnoughts vanished from this region of space. They claimed to have received a direct order from their gods of evil and darkness to have grown dissatisfied with the Iraq's passivity and wanted them to kill or at least torture someone soon. Personally, I believe they just got bored and went up to have some fun.
Right.
Well, when they were pushing up into hyperspace 18 years ago, we asked them that very question, and I think they said something to the effect of real soon.
Okay, so help, but let's find out what's happening on the base then.
We decided that if the Earthlings figured out we had abandoned the base on the Luna, they would be more likely to try something nifty. So we rigged up some old service androids and ordered them to drive around on the lunar surface in bulldozers, endlessly pushing around the same piles of dirt. In addition, we connected the base's local radio transmitter to an audio Melnorme fun run called Winky's Happy Night, hoping they would think we were still there.
Flawless plan, eh?
Over the past years, it became necessary to redeploy strategically some of our Earth-bound forces to our homeworld in case of a sudden surprise attack by a vicious, unrelenting alien race which we stoutly call the Ultimate Evil. That is to say, scores and perhaps even hundreds of my brethren stride through the corridors of this specially modified, super efficient, mass destruction-oriented starship, which could lay siege to an entire planetary system, shortly to Pluto, which, fortunately for you, we have decided not to do today. I am undone. You are far too clever for a poor stopper like me, and now I must submit to your superior alien intellect. I guess I am not revealing any truly important secrets if I tell you that each of my species' lunar-class void ships typically holds 30 stocky crewmen. So at present, my vessel, the Starrunner, is not up to full complement due to the needs of my homeworld in their resistance against the Ultimate Evil. And in fact, my vessel is somewhat understaffed right now, seeing as how I am the lone stopper on board, which is a bit threatening, as I am sure you can understand.
Alrighty, this might be a way to get him on board with us.
How true, Captain, how true. In truth, just between us, during the past 7 years, I have been quite here at ease, and yet now I find myself enjoying your company. This wicked dialogue, and the presence of your huge, powerful, death-dealing starship, which, being my friend, you would certainly feel compelled to use in order to save me from any hostile life forms who threatened me with death. And yet, the ultimate evil remains largely unmanifest, and its powers and exact intentions are still a bit obscure, since it lurks just outside the range of even the most sensitive long-range detectors, which we feel gives conclusive evidence as to the ultimate evil's nefarious intent.
Nothing wrong with a bit of healthy paranoia, eh?
Since it was our most powerful and unforgiving masters, the Ur-Quan, who stationed us here, we knew it would be grossly stupid to disobey them completely, but we decided it would be awkward to send just one ship home. We used one of our most ancient and solemn rituals, Happy, to pick the lucky ship. Then, some months later, we decided that it would really hurt if we sent one more ship home. And then later we sent another, and then another. Well, you get the idea. Alas, as fate would have it, when the final ritual was performed, I, Ruto, was left here alone. For as even the most immature in wrestling knows, there must always be one stopper to put the short popcorn stick. Our masters really keep us very well informed about their went on. So that all we know is that immediately after the subjugation of the last alliance race, the Hut, I think, the Ur-Quan gathered their dreadnoughts and departed for the edge of the galaxy, commanding us to obey the slave laws or face their wrath when they returned. We only know bits and pieces of what happened to each race. For instance, when defeated, the Yahat joined the hierarchy as combat thralls, while the Cyrene chose to be slave shielded on a planet in the
Bug squid.
system.
Yes.
No, that's not right. I forget its name. Anyway, where was I?
Bug
It's
something.
60. They were utterly wiped out in a gigantic blaze of glory.
So something kind of like bug squid. Right. Yeah.
The show 60 were half of Iran, as you know, having been uplifted by the Yahat just a few decades before the start
Bug
of the
squid would
war.
be Beetlejuice.
Their habit of detonating those suicidal so-called glory devices in combat did came as no particular surprise to me when, upon the arrival of the Ur-Quan primary task force at their homeworld, the Soviets caused their sun to explode in a colossal supernova, destroying the entire transit system and not incidentally dozens of Ur-Quan dreadnoughts. Me, personally? Nice of you to ask. I was born a poor, green incasting, the youngest child of a family of 18,487. My male parents had to work hard to support us, very hard, but each of my brothers and sisters and I tried to help out to make ends meet. The female parent was kind and sweet to all of us. Why, she once even called me by name. She said, what a trip, a golden memory. I swiftly matured into a fine example of my species with my fellow participants. Achieved independence, successfully, they tried me from the door jam, the road leading into the street. Thus prepared, I set out to make my fortune. I had great dreams in those days. Yes, great dreams. I knew that someday I would be vastly rich, wealthy enough to afford a large, well-fortified mansion. Surrounding my mansion were tracts of land through which I could slide at any time I wished. Of course, one can never be too sure that there aren't monsters hiding just behind the next bush. So our factories took time and plenty long easy to reach intervals. And being the study of the world, I would know that some monsters can't free, though often not well, for I would have my servants place in each tree a basket of correct stones, not too heavy, not too light, just the right size for throwing at monsters. I was thinking about what color the stones would be painted, aqua, mauve, or magenta, when a little fellow first came careening down the street outside my house. I was actually unconscious. When I awoke, I was aboard the voyage ship Star Runner headed for Earth. Apparently, I had been out of my head for quite some time after the accident, and with the assistance of some kind strangers, had been relieved of my funds and convinced to join the
Shanghai.
Navy, where I have been unpleasantly employed for the last 25 years.
Right, let's see if we can recruit them.
Happy days and jubilation! I discard all prejudice and hesitation and accept and celebrate your offer of protection and your undying commitment to my well-being. I must wax melancholy for just a moment though, and make sure you understand that any other spaceships we meet at large in the galaxy are not going to be quite so responsive to your friendly gestures as myself, since they bear more heavily the yoke of Ur-Quan enslavement and are also asked to cut themselves out of a line with a totally unknown alien, which I, having been left here alone, cannot do. Welcome me aboard, Captain.
Oh yay, we've recruited our first alien. I like the Spathy. They're always stuck in my mind from playing it many years ago. Their ships are quite cool. They when you're in combat, their technique is to fire a missile off while they run away. I'll show it later in the game, I expect. Anywho, let's head for Earth. Okay. No, start it. No, navigate. Right, navigate. Right, that's been about 20 minutes. I might just end this video just before we get to Earth and start the next episode at Earth. There's an awful lot of talking in that bit, but there'll be a lot more exploring coming up soon. Doo-doo-doo. Slow down. No, slow down.